live from Los Angeles, California. And although I'm a transplant to Los Angeles and now I consider this home, don't get the game confused, baby girl or baby boy. I'm Atlanta born, I'm Atlanta bred, and when I die, I will be Atlanta dead. Atlanta is my hometown. That's where my heart can be found. My body's in LA, but my soul is still in the ATL. How you doing tonight? How you like your president? Somebody say when you see Donald, you ought to. Somebody say when you see Donald Trump, you ought to say hello by. Okay. Don't do that. 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 You know how I am. I'm a nonviolent social activist, and on a very serious note, I believe that nonviolent social change is the only kind of change that we should be doing. If I knew anybody was going to shoot anybody or try to shoot, number one, you couldn't shoot the guy if you wanted to. That's number one. Secret Service, etc. But if I knew somebody was even thinking about that, I would do everything I could to stop them because I don't support violence in any way, shape, form, or fashion. Nor do I support his violence against Mexicans, his violent words against the disabled. The power of life and death are in the tongue, and this man has used his tongue to denigrate my friends, to disrespect. We call it con respecto, my friend, con respecto, to disrespect my people. Hispanics are my people. Quite frankly, I probably have, well, ain't no problem, I have more Hispanic friends in LA than I do black friends. That really should not matter because if we keep saying race and color doesn't matter, we ought to act like it. And it doesn't matter to me. But I'm just keeping it real. And I know there's some deep divisions. Especially when it comes to, folk who've been in prisons. There are deep divisions between blacks and Hispanics. The gangs. Southerners don't like blacks too well, and blacks probably don't like Southerners too well. And there are prison wars that have been fought between blacks and Hispanics, and it's all stupid. It's so stupid. It's so stupid. It's so stupid. It's so stupid. And to be real honest with you, racist white folk are at the root of all of it. Not white people, racist white folks are at the root of all of it. They've understood for the longest that combined there are more Hispanic and black people in this country combined. There are more minorities than there are white people, finally. But in order to whom the gods would destroy, they first of all divided. So I'm not even going to get into a long dissertation or discussion or explanation about that tonight. If you don't get it, you just don't get it. But the bottom line is if I can keep you all divided and fighting and shooting and killing each other, Hispanics and blacks, if I can keep you all divided, and I'll divide you through the gang, I'll divide you through the prison warfares, I'll divide you through drug trades, I'll divide you through neighborhoods, I'll divide you through set tripping and all the other stuff that they gave us to do and we fell for it. If I can keep you all fighting each other, you can't get together and fight me. Any prison guard who knows anything about the prison system knows that prison guards are outnumbered probably 10, 20, sometimes even 30 or 40 to 1 in the prisons. But the reasons, by and large, there are not a lot of riots and the inmates don't get together and take down the guards is because the inmates are too busy fighting one another. And very often guards facilitate, aggravate, set up, and exacerbate the divisions between the inmates in order to keep them from coming together and overtaking the prison guards. So if I can plant a rumor, plant an idea, plant a thought that'll make you hate your enemy, hate your fellow inmate, and start prison wars between the 2 of you and the 3 of you and the 20 of you, then the more distracted, we talked about distractions last week at Wrecking Crew, one of the preachers did, the more distracted I keep you and off kilter and off guard and keep your mind occupied with prison wars and prison shanks and prison gangs and things of that nature. First of all, you won't settle down and figure out a way to get the hell out of jail. Secondly, you certainly won't sit back and figure out a way to combine your efforts to overtake the guards and to beat down the warden and take them hostage, which I don't suggest anyway, but I'm just making an example. So racist white people have known, wait a minute now, there are too many Hispanics, and if you combine the Hispanics with the blacks and get them to see how much they have in common and get them to combine their efforts and fight, they will overtake us. And so, in order to keep them from overtaking us, we have to keep them at odds with each other. So the Southerners don't like the blacks, and the blacks don't like the Southerners. Talking about prison gangs right now, and even some of that filters over into the streets. I don't like the Hispanics, and there's too many. They're this and they're that, and they got this and they got that, and they think they're this and they think they're that, and it's folly. It's foolish. I tell my Hispanic brothers, grow up. I tell my black brothers, grow up. Get yourself together and realize that you're being played. You're being played. What do you think immigration is all about? Some of it is about people thinking that, hey, there's only so many pieces of the pie, and when the Hispanics come over here illegally, they take a part of the pie, and it prevents me from being able to get that piece that I was going to get myself. We only have so many jobs, and we have illegal people coming over, getting those jobs, then it's preventing us from getting our job. And I get it. I get what they're trying to say, but unfortunately, most of what they're saying is just not based on facts. Honestly, most of the illegal Hispanics or Mexicans who come over from Mexico, number one, do not get legitimate minimum wage paying jobs that you want or that I want. They take jobs under the table. They take jobs off the books. They take jobs that pay cash. They take jobs that don't pay well. You understand what I'm saying? And so they're not in any way infringing upon my ability or right to get a job. That's number one. And I could go on and on with it, but I don't have time to get into it. But all I can say to black people who are listening and Hispanics who are listening, stop letting them play you. Hispanic brother, the black guy ain't your enemy. He ain't got no more than you got. He doesn't have any power. He doesn't own anything. Black brother, Hispanic guys are not your enemy. They ain't got nothing. They don't own anything. They're not your problem. You know who your enemy is. Your enemy is that racist person, not the white person. There's a lot of white people who are not your enemy, but that racist person. And your enemy is also ignorance. And your enemy is also poverty. 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 We got to get rid of poverty in these barrios and in these communities. And one of the ways you get rid of them is by getting rid of the poverty mentality. Remember, strategic, intentional living. Get yourself together. Get a plan. Get some money. That's first and foremost. Get some money. Once you get $5,000 in cash, we can talk. I can show you how to do anything you want to do with just $5,000 in cash. If you get 10, we're really on our way. Seriously, I can show you how to transform your entire life once we get $10,000 in cash. And I ain't trying to be funny or illegal, but I'm going to be honest. Preferably not in the bank. Preferably let's don't have this in the bank for 1,000 different reasons. And not just internal revenue, sir. We're not money laundering. We're not doing anything illegal. It's not illegal to save your money in cash. Just don't want everybody knowing what you got. Get 5 G's in cash, and we can talk. Get 10 in cash, and I can show you how to change your entire situation. Money management. Money management. Money management. You can do it. You got it in you. I can show you how to do it. First of all, budget yourself. Limit what you spend. Stop running to every convenience store you see. And all that old stuff there. Buy stuff on sale. Buy it cheaper. You understand what I'm saying? Take that $20 bill and make it last you 3 days and see what happens. I know what I'm doing. I know what I'm doing, baby girl. I know what I'm doing, baby boy. Drive that raggedy car for 6 more months. You ain't got to have no new car right now. You need a car that's going to get you from point A to point B. Ask Bill Gates how important it is to have a nice car. It is not. Get you a raggedy behind car with some insurance and let it be able to take you from point A to point B and forget about what you're driving. You understand what I'm saying? Stop buying. You ain't got to always have new clothes every day. Take the clothes you got and keep them clean. Keep them ironed. Keep them pressed. Keep them fresh. Keep them ironed. Keep them clean. Keep them fresh. Most millionaires don't wear their best stuff every day, no way. And I'm not going to tell you how much money I do or don't have, but I will tell you this. I probably have 30 suits that I haven't worn in 6 or 7 months. I only wear them on special occasions. I'm a suit and tie man every day. I only wear them on special occasions. And that is a promise. 30 suits I haven't worn in 6, 7, or 8 months. Because I only wear them on special occasions. You know how you wear the same uniform every day? Most people with a lot of clothing have a certain set of suits that they wear. And they change them every day. And they're not trying to impress you by showing you how much they got. I don't want you to know everything I got if you want to know the truth. Whatever that is or isn't. And I'm not one of the Bill Gates type guys. I'm not up there. I'll get there one day. But even now, I don't want you to know what I got. I don't. And I don't understand all these guys who want you to know what they got. I do understand. Take that back. I understand them clearly. They ain't never had nothing. They figure that, they want you to know what they got. Not me. The broker you think I am, the better off I am. Because I ain't got to worry about you asking me for my money. I want my family. I want all of them to think I'm broke. But back to people, human behavior. You better start learning how to figure out people. And the best way to learn how to figure out people, as I said earlier, is to learn how to figure out the man or the woman in your mirror. Who am I and why am I here? Why do I like this? Why do I dislike that? Why do I love this? Why do I hate that? Why is it that one time this is okay, but certain times I feel like it's not okay? Why can I do this and it's all right sometimes, but then every now and then I feel like it's the most wrong thing in the world to be doing? Why is it that this tortures me sometimes, but sometimes it taunts me? Why is it that sometimes I feel like it makes me feel good and great and it's wonderful, and sometimes I hate it? What is going on in my head? You have to figure yourself out. When you figure out the chemicals and the neurons in your brain, then you'll be able to figure other people out. People, oh God, it is. I don't know how psychologists do it, and I study psychology, but I'm gonna tell you, trying to figure people out is horrendous. It is a lifelong process, because most of us have so much in us. We have so much baggage that we bring with us. I told a lady one time, excuse me, I said, when I go to bed with you, I'm not even sleeping with you. I'm sleeping with Freddie and Tommy and Michael and George and all the men you had before you got with me, because, they did something to you. And you still, every time you see somebody, you expected to see them. Every time somebody do something, you think they're going to hurt you like they hurt you. I asked a lady just tonight, I said, who hurt you so bad that it'll make you that angry that you got to say some of the stuff that you're saying? Because she was saying some stuff that was uncalled for. Just went some places that she should not have even gone. And you know how you do a 2 and they come back with a 10? You say one little thing and someone just comes back just so insulting and so angry. You're like, where is this coming from? It's best to try to figure people out, because the more you can figure people out, the more you can survive in society, and the easier it will be for you to navigate your way through life. You have to figure out human behavior. And some of it can't really be figured out when you're dealing with a nutcase. Somebody might be a schizophrenic, might be